Happening, everybody. So this video is basically telling you why I bought the Dodge Ram 1500 versus the Toyota, the Ford, or the Chevrolet. First of all, I'll give you some specs on my truck. It's a 2014 Ram 1500. It's got the Hemi, of course, but it's got 8-speed automatic, 392 gears. It's the sport package quad cab with a 6.5-foot bed. It's a lot of fun to drive. You know, the thing about the Dodge that I like the most when you compared it to the other car or other trucks is it was one of the most car-like riding of the group. The Toyota's got a very car-like interior, but this thing drives a lot like a car. The 8-speed with the 392 gears really wakes this thing up. It's actually kind of quick for the tank that it is. In fact, it's quite a bit of fun. It does have a tune on it. It's kind of a mild tune. Basically, think like a 91 octane tune. And with that tune and just measuring off my Trinity, it's pretty easy to wrap off, 5.5 seconds, 0 to 60s. I've never done any quarter miles or anything like that with it, but it runs pretty good. I like it a lot, but that'll give you an idea as far as performance in this truck. Now, taking the tune out of it, when I drove this, I'd also driven the Chevrolet with the 5.3, the Ford with the 5.0, and the Tundra with the 5.7. Tundra was the slowest of the group, without a doubt. Wasn't really interested in that truck anyway. Like I say, just didn't really offer the same driving experience. Now, with that being said, the 5.3. The 5.3 in the Chevy is a pretty stout engine. It's one of the longest lived, longest running platforms, I think, that any GM engine platform of the modern era at any rate. And so there's an inherent durability built into it. I like the truck, but I just didn't like the power that it had. It just seemed a little bit lackluster. And I was a little bit bummed out by that too, because I was leaning heavily towards that Chevrolet. But the problem is, or at least the problem that I found anyway, was that I couldn't option that 6.2 engine in the truck that I wanted. So again, it was kind of a price thing. This truck's used as a work truck. It's not just my daily driver, but it's a work truck as well. And again, I just that I didn't feel like that 5.3 was going to be able to do it for me, so to speak. So that was a drag. So I really like the Chevy. The Ford, on the other hand, the 5-liter in the Ford, man, I got to tell you, not too excited about driving that thing ever again. Its lack of torque is it's pretty significant when you compare it to the Chevrolet, but when you compare it to something like this, 395 horse, 410 torque, with a 392 gear set and Positrack, it's really not even close. The Ford, though, had the nicest interior of the group, although I will say this, the Dodge is running a very, very, very close second. The Uconnect in the Dodge is very intuitive with the way that it works. The interior quality of the Dodge is actually really vastly improved, especially when you consider where it came from. It used to be Dodge was just this utilitarian thing. Now it's actually really nice. And with the sport package, the leather package that this thing came with, really nice place to spend some time. So again, if you're looking for a truck, I would probably give this Dodge a second look if you haven't already given it a first. And again, the way that this thing is packaged with a 392 gear, it makes it fun to drive. This thing does have a tune. It's a pretty mild tune though. It's like a 91 octane tune. But the thing about it is this thing clocks off, on that Trinity data logger, it'll clock off 5.5 seconds, 0 to 60 times pretty much at will. Lights the tires up at will too. So it's fun to drive. It's a fun truck. And it kind of has a bit of a personality about it in that respect. You don't get the sense that you're driving a big, 4-door truck. You kind of get the sense that you're driving kind of a big 4-door car. And again, that's also part of the reason why I bought the truck. Now, one thing that makes the Dodge a little bit different is that it does not use leaf springs. It does use a 4-link rear suspension setup, much like a car. So it does ride more like a car just by the fact that it's got the same type of suspension geometry. But that being said, again, like I said earlier, it is used as a work truck. And it's pretty regular that I've got 600, 700, 800 pounds in the back of this thing. In fact, I've carried over 1,500 pounds on a couple of occasions at least. Truck didn't seem to have a problem with it whatsoever. So if you're looking for a truck, I would definitely give these a look. Absolutely worth your time. But when you go, here's the key. Make sure you find one option with that 392 and the no-slip rear end. Makes all the difference in the world with this truck. Check this thing out. Drive the other 3. Post up your comments. Let me know what you think. Thanks a lot for watching. Adios.